Hey everyone, welcome to another Espresso. I actually have a cup of tea today with the Berlin red man for the street signs. There is a name for him, but I can't remember. But anyway, welcome to another Espresso. Slightly digress. I wanted to chat today about counter offers. And there's been so many cases I've heard about recently where people are interviewing, receiving a job offer, and then with their job offer, they go into their current employer and they're saying, hey, just got a job offer. They're giving me 20% more. What's up? And then companies, of course, not all companies, but a lot of companies saying, okay, cool, we'll match that or we'll give you a little bump. Please stay. What would you do, right? Do you think that's absolutely fair play on the candidate side or completely poor form? And so I did a post in it. There's a really interesting debate around it, and I want to share my thoughts on it. And so there's two things. So I mean, if you're an employee and you feel like you're underpaid, or you feel like you can get more money somewhere else, but you actually really like where you are, right? I mean, there's obviously if there's other pushes away, pulls away, whatever, fair enough. But if you quite want to stay, then from where I see it, there's a couple of strategies that you can take. So go to your go to your current boss and say, look, I've been looking around the market and I've noticed that I'm a little bit underpaid. I absolutely love it here. I don't want to look for a new job. I really want to stay. Can you consider giving me a pay increase? That's option one. Option two is don't speak to your boss. Go and start interviewing for other jobs. Secure yourself an offer. And then with your offer, go to your boss and say, hey, I've been interviewing in other places. I've just got a job offer. It's 20% more money. Will you match it? Otherwise, I'm going to go. That's basically it. Now, for me, the better strategy is number one, clearly. You have a relationship with your boss. You want to stay there. And you should be able to have an open, honest conversation. It feels much nicer. It gives your boss the opportunity to say, hey, do you know what? I do have budget to give you a pay increase. Here we go. Or, I'm really sorry, we don't have any budget. I'd love to pay you more money. I can't. Maybe the third might be, hey, do you know what? Pay review time is like a month or two down the road. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to bat for you, because, some larger firms, it's obviously not so easy just to go and give a pay increase, right? I know there's layers of approval processes and things like that, of course. So, you've got to see what the dynamics are in your particular firm. But that's option one. And it feels like a better option because you maintain relationships with people. And relationships are important. And people remember how you make them feel and how you treat them and how you behave. And it's a small world and you don't want to burn bridges. And your reputation is paramount. I would prefer option one. Option two just doesn't feel right. You're basically saying to your boss, your current employer, I've been looking elsewhere, and here's the offer. And it's a bit mercenary. It doesn't feel right. You're essentially letting your employer know you've been looking, and they feel like a little bit, you're holding them to ransom. Now, for the employer, given the scenario right now, it's cheaper for them to give you a little bit of a pay increase. It saves on recruitment fees. It's difficult to find people right now, depending on the area you're in. And it's a no-brainer. But you're basically telling them that you want to leave. You've already thought about leaving. And so you've got to be really careful because when the market changes and things change, right? We have cycles and stuff like that. You don't want to be the first one out the door. Often, maybe they're giving you this pay increase from next year's pay budget and stuff. It just feels like, the wrong strategy for me to go about getting more money. And if you do want to leave, then, make a decision to leave. Like, why do you want to leave? Progression, flexibility, more money. Maybe you've already asked for more money. It hasn't come. You've been treated badly. They've given you, 1 or 2% pay increases. It's time to go. Now, fair enough. I think make that decision, decide to go, and don't take a counter offer when they offer. And like almost 100% of companies are likely to counter offer you, but make that decision before. And I mean, for me, it's the way to behave, right? Unless the counter offer is completely different. I know they're setting up a new division. It's a massive, increase in responsibility and things like that. So every scenario is different. It does beg the question why it's taken you to resign for them to offer you these things. So, it's not all black and white, of course, but I think just think about how you behave and how the other side are going to feel about you and maintain your reputation. So that's what I would do. Hope that helps. If you've got any thoughts on it, please drop it in the comments. I think it's a really interesting discussion and a good debate that we should have. It's really interesting. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to all the usual channels. I've got the Recruitment Show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that stuff. YouTube. Hope you enjoy it all. Have an awesome day. See ya.